Available at most Ag Chem dealers.
It's News Extra time on KNEB and brought to you today by Gering Civic Center. Here is Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Dennis, and good morning, everyone. Our guests today are Chris Smith and Gary Cole, and Chris is a member of the First Baptist Church here in Scottsbluff. Gary Cole is pastor there at First Baptist Church, and we've had Chris in here a number of times to talk about things the church is doing, and they have another thing they're doing right now, and that is called a diaper ministry. And you're going, okay, so what is a diaper ministry? So fill us in here, Chris.
Okay. For quite some time, last few months, we had a little group working together to try to fill a need, try to look at filling a need in the community that wasn't being met. What we ended up coming up with after a lot of conversations with amongst ourselves and folks in the community, that one need that wasn't being met was diapers for single parent families, families in need. There just a need that wasn't being met, and it was come to a point where families were having to choose between food and diapers, and you know, when you get to a point like that, kids are being neglected, honestly, and there's damage being done when you can't change a diaper on a little baby. And so we thought we wanted to jump in there and try to help fill that need in some way. So what we're doing now is the fourth Saturday of every month from 9 to 11 over at our church, First Baptist Church. We are having what is now called the First Baptist Diaper Depot, and we're going to have diapers available for folks that need them. It's pretty simple. If you need a diaper or need a bag of diapers, you can come in on that Saturday morning. It'll actually be this coming Saturday. It'll be our first one, our inaugural one, from 9 to 11. We're just going to be there to provide diapers, to provide support, and to share God with people, the love of Jesus with people as they come in and get those.
That's great. And it's fourth Saturday every month, right?
Fourth Saturday of every month, yes.
All right. Now, you guys, if folks have some diapers they want to give to you guys, they just call the church. Is that basically what they do?
Yes, definitely. We would love to have any donations from the community. We're doing this out of our church, but we want the community to be involved, because I think as you get out and serve in the community, you see the need here. And so we'd love to have the community help support this. If they would like to make donations, definitely you can call the church. Our number is 635-2548. We'll either meet you at the church, or if need be, we'll come pick them up from you if you'd like to donate.
All right. How'd you guys get this idea? I mean, did some folks at Kaplan tell you about this? How'd you realize there was this need out there?
Well, we like I said, we've been working on this probably about 6 months, a little group that we put together. And yes, we went around to different community groups. We went around to different ministries that are already serving in the community, and just questioned it. We've got talked to some single moms. We've got some young ladies who've been part of our youth ministry that ended up getting pregnant. And we just kind of went around and asked a lot of these folks, what's the need that's not being met? What's something that can't be met right now?
Yeah.
And this is what we came up with. This is what we decided on.
All right. Okay. Pastor, your church is pretty amazing. I mean, you have the thing with the shoe boxes during right before
Operation Christmas Child takes
Operation
place every
Christmas
year.
Child, and now you have this. So.
It's got some good people over there, but the real thing about it is that we were just simply saying to ourselves and saying to the Lord, what can we do? We want to be available, we want to be open, we want to be willing, and boy, I'll tell you what, God is answering. Not only the shoebox ministry that we have going on, that is really an impressive thing with, actually it's Chris's wife, Carissa,
right,
who heads that
does
up.
a lot of that, but I know Chris does a lot of work with it too, and a whole bunch of other people as well.
Oh gosh, it's growing every year. It's getting bigger and bigger. But she's also started, and we have now embraced a ministry called the Firefighters to help meet the needs of people who have had a house fire and have lost everything. We have a way of helping them replenish some of their basic things, and even giving them a way to spend a couple of nights in a motel until things get straightened out. We've been partnering with local organizations and even the Red Cross to do that. We've got the diaper ministry going on right now. We've got a ministry where we are offering bread and other foodstuffs on a regular basis to different people. One of the things that we really want to emphasize is that we are trying to do ministries that are not going to be in competition with other organizations in town. We totally support all of the ministries that are taking places among the churches, but we're trying to find our own niche. We're trying to find our place where we can fit in and we can best serve in a way that is going to complement that which is taking place. And God just keeps dropping more stuff into our laps all the time, and I've got a congregation that is embracing that, and as they embrace it, we're growing in our ministry. And so I think we've got some of the best people around in the community that are attending our church right now, and putting them to work and letting them serve.
All right. So once again, Chris, real quick, 9 to 11 a.m. this Saturday over at First Baptist Church. Give me your address.
That's 3009 Avenue I in Scottsbluff, right across from Home Depot. The Diaper Depot across from Home Depot. How about that?
That's good.
Pretty sharp,
That's
wasn't
good.
it?
Pretty sharp. You're all right.
But they can give us a call, 635-2548. We're also on the web, firstbaptistscottsbluff.com. And we have a Facebook page specifically for this ministry, First Baptist Church Diaper Depot. There's information. You can even make requests on there if need be.
All right. Appreciate you coming in, man.
You bet.
Welcome.
All right. We'll be back. Neil Blomenkamp and Chris Nowlen will be here to talk about a golf tournament coming up here in a couple weeks to benefit those fighting diabetes right after this. Okay.
Thank you.
Good deal,
Thank
guys.
you very much.
Thank
Good meeting
you.
You take care. Thanks, sir.
All right, bud. Good to see you.
You bet. You too. You too.
Have yourselves a decent day. Try to stay cool. It's supposed to be 100 degrees today.
Yeah.
Just perfect.
All right, guys.
You too, Chris. Good luck on the diaper deal. Thank you. Appreciate it. Love peace, bud. Where do you want me to set that in?
Right there.
Where are you gonna
Chris,
sit?
I'm going to sit here. Chris is going to sit right there.
Oh, I got you. Do we really need Mooney or Dennis in here? He's kind of
Oh, he's got the buttons, man. He's got the buttons.
We need to see the stuff on the back side of here, Chris. You probably got it all memorized.
Okay. There you go. You get
to
to
hold that.
Yeah.
This is just not a big TV.
This is big time.
All right, we are back on News Extra, and we have Neil Blomenkamp and Chris Nowlen here. We're going to talk about a golf tournament. Imagine that, on News Extra talking about a golf tournament. But in a couple of weeks, and this golf tournament, there's a number of charity golf tournaments in the Valley, and they all do quite well. I know I want to thank all the people who did our Kiwanis golf tournament. But Neil, you got another one coming up, and it's over at the Country Club here in a couple weekends from now, right?
You're correct, Kevin, and thanks for having us on this morning. And good morning to everybody out there. Wake up, it's time to get ready to go to work. So, it was about 3 years ago. I'd gone to Chris and I wanted to start a new golf tournament, but I want to give you a little bit of history of how this come about. And for those of you that don't know, I guess I've been a diabetic all my life, and I've encountered a lot of things and a lot of people, and I've had some good times, and I've had some real pity parties for myself. And I said, as a diabetic, I want to do something for people that have that disease. And a lot of people don't realize it, but there's 25.8 million people a year that are diagnosed with diabetes. I think that's an astronomical number. To make a long story short, a lady came through my drive-through one day. Obviously, I'm at Runza, and I'm waiting on cars, and she says, "Are you Neil?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And she said, "Are you a diabetic?" And now she's intrigued my interest, because usually there's only one of two reasons somebody wants to talk to Neil, and maybe we've made a mistake, or they're looking for a cause and they need a donation or something like that. And so I said, "Yes, I am a diabetic." And she said to me, "I wish that my daughter would have got to know you." And I said, "What do you mean by that?" And she says, "Well, she was diagnosed with diabetes and she couldn't cope with that, and so she took her own life." At that point in time, that's kind of a haunting moment for me. I said, "Neil, you've thought about doing this thing for diabetes and all those things, and this is the time. This is the point that you need to do something, get off the bubble." And I do not know who that lady is. If she's still out there listening to KNEB today, and if she's listening to radio, I'm sure she is. I'd like to meet her. I'd like to talk to her, because that moment was the defining moment that I went to Chris now and I said, Chris, we need to start this golf tournament, and all the donations from this golf tournament are going to go to this foundation that I founded. It's called Life Change Connection. And we're working with the diabetic educators at the hospital, and so these funds will support either families or people or offset medical costs. For those that can't afford insurance, diabetes can be very, very expensive to try to take care of. However, our golf tournament is a little more unique than the average golf tournament. Maybe Chris would want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it isn't your normal scramble. It's very much a fun event that we play, that we're doing just a little bit different. We've done it for a couple of years now, and it's a two-person best ball. And we play over 2 days, and you play in flights. You only play in flights against people of your own handicap. Each flight has 10 people in it, or 10 teams in it. And Neil is gracious enough to sponsor that event. And so there's great payouts for each of the flights, and it's unique. It's fantastic, and we've had a lot of fun with it, and we want to continue to see it grow. There's not a lot of events in the valley that you get to play your own ball. Everything's a scramble, and scrambles on top of scrambles. It's tough. I mean, it's tough to keep people interested. This is something new and exciting, and we've done it for a couple years, but it's still new and exciting. Two-person best ball, and there's a ladies' flight, and then the rest is by handicap and team handicap. We roll it off of the low handicap on the team, and give everybody a great chance to play against a field of 10 teams in their own flight. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay, and you guys need sponsorships as well, is that right? You're looking for whole sponsors and all that kind of thing? I imagine that's how you're raising part of the money, isn't it?
Absolutely. We've kind of followed a format. Instead of getting just major number of sponsors, this is the first year that I've gone out and just really found support for the Life Change Connections Foundation. And so we have a whole sponsor. We already have found a hole-in-one sponsor, and then we have the hole and tee sponsor. And so if anybody would like to support this in any way, and I have not contacted you, you can sure get a hold of me. My number is 631-0397. But it's $300 on the tee box, then $500 if you want to go tee to green.
All right. Now, how do people get involved and get in? They just give you a call, Chris, at the country club?
Yeah, just call
This is coming up Saturday and Sunday, the
June 30th
June
and July
30th
1st.
and July 1st. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a great time, and if they want to sign up a team, just call me, 635-1844, and we'll get them signed up.
All right. All right, guys. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Kevin, and everybody at KNEB. I appreciate you guys, and I kind of expect you to have a team out there. I want to play against you.
Okay. We'll see what happens, all right?
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you.